this guy believes exactly what the I believe, that Naruto should not have ended after the pain arc. Well, let's see what he cooks.
So, if you've been following the Naruto community for a while now, you most likely heard something like, oh man, Naruto should have ended right after the pain arc, or
this is like genuinely one of the first 3 things when I started uploading Naruto content. Part 1, Lee defeats blank. Neji was right. Naruto should have ended after pain. That's genuinely the first 3 things I heard on the scene. Genuinely. It's kind of crazy.
or nothing after the pain arc has any point in Naruto. The story was garbage after that and it should have just ended there. I understand
sucks, all
the
that shit,
sentiment of some people who think what came after the pain arc wasn't as good as what came before it, but saying that Naruto should have ended with the pain arc is just not correct for a multitude of reasons.
I 100% agree.
But before we get to those reasons, please subscribe to this channel. Let's reach for—
You know, he said it first, and I'm just saying I'm reacting to it. So you see the instructions on the screen. You might as well do it. All it takes is a couple of, hey, pause the video, scroll down, hit the subscribe button, like the video as well.
And also like this video to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Naruto most certainly should not have ended after the pain arc. I hear a lot of people saying that there were no narrative threads left after Pain was defeated because Itachi was dead, so Sasuke's motivation was over as well.
Anybody that says this, I ain't got this yet, but anybody that says there are no narrative threads in Naruto after Pain's defeated and Itachi dies, oh, that's just dumb. I don't even think that's the take. I think people just think you could speed up the arc and make Naruto fight Sasuke again. But if people are saying that, oh yeah, I feel bad for you, my boy. That's just dumb.
Well, but this is just completely wrong. I don't know which manga you've been reading, but it wasn't Naruto. There are a lot
Also,
of
just
threads
fuck Mourning
that are
for
still
Jiraiya,
open
like-
to progress the
like, obviously
story
beat
after
Pain, but,
the
like, you
pain
don't really,
arc.
you
The
know.
first and most obvious one is
I know he
the
cried before he fought
Akatsuki.
Pain.
It was established to the audience.
Thank you. I was talking over him. Thank you. First things first, just fuck the rest of the Akatsuki, huh? Just fuck him. Fuck Obito. Bro starts talking with a deep voice now. Yeah, it. No, I don't care. All the captured Biju. Yeah, I don't care. Madara Uchiha. Yeah. Like, what? Are you slow? Are you okay? What are we doing? Even if you didn't know about Madara, nigga, just fuck what this guy had going on. Fuck what? Are you dumb? Fuck how Kisame might react to, yo, Itachi's dead. Like, all of that? What?
Before the Pain arc even started, that Pain was not the leader of the Akatsuki. Tobi/Madara was the de facto leader while Pain was just a puppet. It was very much obvious that Tobi was going to be a further villain down the line, which was
100%.
developed throughout the entire Shippuden era leading up to the war arc, so obviously there were still things going. The Akatsuki, as far as we knew back then, had 8 tailed beasts, all of them except for Kyuubi, at their disposal sealed in the Geromazo. We would later discover that B was actually alive and the Hachigi
That's actually a
was
good point. That's actually a good point. Hindsight will tell you, nah, it was 7. What is he talking about? No, but at the point in time where y'all saying end the series, we thought they had all 8 and it was just Naruto left. I want to say, did we know B escaped? I'm misremembering. I actually don't know. Either way, we think they have 7 or 8-tailed beasts, so it really doesn't change much. But especially if we found out B escapes later. Dog, you're telling me they had 8-tailed beasts, Naruto's left. Don't care, in the series, have Naruto at fight Sasuke. Like, what?
captured, but still, we thought the Akatsuki had almost all of them. The Akatsuki wasn't over because Tobi was there, and when Naruto sees Minato, Minato tells him
just
that
fuck
he
finding
shouldn't be worried about
fuck finding more about Minato. Oh.
Pain. He wasn't the real problem. That guy with a mask was the real trouble. You should worry about him. And of course, this is set up for future events, and if Naruto just ended after the Pain arc, everyone's gonna be like, okay, but what the hell was up with the guy in the mask? We never knew anything about him.
Fantastic take.
The claims as to why Naruto should have ended after the Pain arc are mostly because, oh, the arcs of the characters are completed and Naruto got the recognition from the village that he's always wanted. But Naruto also wanted to become the Hokage. He wasn't really—
That was going to be my take if he never addressed it at the end of the video. I know some people don't believe me there. I don't know what to tell you. Read my mind, I guess. The story of Naruto since episode 1 is how this #1 hyperactive knuckleheaded ninja wants to be Hokage one day. The idea that you never want that touched upon is just stupid. I don't know how else to say it. that you just want it to end after they celebrate, or even have Naruto fight Sasuke. What then else? After that, then you're gonna make Naruto Hokage. At that point, we're in a fucking fanfic. Like, my God, that is, thank you. It's like the most one-to-one thing possible of, yeah, you're just never gonna make Naruto Hokage, or even tell him why he can't be Hokage. You kind of just end the series there. Okay, he beat Pain, Naruto's Hokage, the end. Anticlimactic. Even if you were to just say, no, Sage, what I'm saying is you just make him the Hokage there. At that point, okay, but fuck Minato telling you, yo, the major issue is the nigga with the mask on.
Really ready for that after the Pain arc. Sure, he had grown very powerful back then, but he wasn't
Hokage, but he ain't beat the final boss.
Seasoned enough to become a Hokage. He was a Genin, and of course he was much more powerful.
Didn't save Sasuke. Final boss is out there. Make him Hokage.
He's Hokage level in strength, but he wouldn't have the know-how to command an entire village and interact with your nation
and end the show.
And
it's not that he couldn't have been
Hokage
Hokage
as well. And that's something Naruto learned during the war arc when he had to lead the Shinobi Alliance. Or, well, that's at least what Kishimoto tried to imply, because I kind of think that was a missed opportunity. Naruto should have learned more leadership skills in the war arc. It did have some of that, but not as much as I wanted. Still, Naruto...
Yeah, this is interesting. I've always said Naruto is at some point a very actualized character for this verse, which sometimes is great, sometimes is bad. He's essentially just like the right guy, the right way to live, and everybody just needs to abide by what he does and how he views life. So I do see where he's coming from. I do think, and he did say they touch on leadership, but they do, what I'll say is I like the leadership probably more than him, because the idea that Naruto is just going to burn himself out, that he thinks that, hey, I have this power now, nobody needs to fight, I got this. It's kind of like, okay, but then you're saying you trust everybody and you love your comrades, but you're not giving them the opportunity to love you, bro. So I actually think that was good enough in my personal opinion. I don't know exactly what he would want, but I could see desiring for a bit more leadership learning skills from Naruto, but I think he learned a lot.
Naruto isn't the Hokage yet, so Naruto couldn't have ended after the Pain arc anyway. The next thread that's completely open
we
is
talked
Sasuke.
about this.
And a
Just
lot of people
fuck
say Sasuke lost all his motivation after Itachi died, or that his motivations make no sense, but if you break the character down and analyze his actions, his thought process, and everything he's been through, wanting to destroy Konoha after Itachi's death and after Sasuke found out the truth about Itachi is actually something, I don't want to say understandable, but something that makes sense for the character.
He would want to attack Konoha. You're ending the story before he attacks
Konoha. The village, and now Sasuke wants to destroy it. But this is a very simplistic and just not very intelligent way to look at it. Sasuke is not Itachi. He says it himself. He doesn't have to do the same things Itachi did. And he thinks that the Leaf Village is an evil organization that tortured his brother and slaughtered his clan. And that's why he wants to destroy it. Is he wrong? Yes, he's not correct in that assessment, but if you analyze everything he's been through, it's something kind of logical from his perspective. So of course Sasuke still has some development to go through, a lot of development actually, about the village and him coming to terms with what happened in the past and with his brother. That has to happen for the series to be
There's really no debates on this.
Any person way for Sasuke, because
it's really no debate on this, by the way. Ending Naruto at Pain basically holds the fuck out of Sasuke's character arc. Because again, unless you're fanficking it up and just saying you could write Naruto better, what are you gonna do? Just have Sasuke attack way earlier on, not even fight side by side Naruto, not even have a talk with the Sage Six Paths, all of that shit. You're just gonna have him frame one, pull up on the leaf after Naruto just saved the leaf. So you're just gonna have two big bad fights of Naruto defending the leaf without any real, and then again, still fuck the guy with the mask. Oh, what? You're gonna have both of them pull up? At that point, you want Naruto to die. I don't. I don't. You basically are giving Sasuke the middle finger. If you,
he's a very important character as well. I would say that Naruto's arc was more fully developed by the end of the Pain arc than Sasuke.
Definitely.
Sasuke was much more open-ended, while Naruto, he would still grow in the war arc and all that, but his core development was much more completed in Sasuke. So when we talk about Sasuke, we also have to finish the development of him coming back to the village, which is what Kishimoto's always wanted to do from day one. He wanted Naruto and Sasuke to have a final climactic battle in the end of the series, and that would decide the fate of Sasuke and Naruto's friendship. And that's exactly what happens, but if Naruto ends right after the pain arc, this extremely important story point isn't concluded.
Yep.
Another thread that was still very much open was Kabuto. Kabuto gained Orochimaru's powers, and
That's
we knew
actually a
that
good point.
during the pain arc. We knew Kabuto had him.
Now, this may not be anything that win y'all over. You could argue Kabuto's not entertaining enough, but it's true. Essentially, Kabuto with Orochimaru, you don't even give him screen time. You kind of just say he did that. All right, fuck off. You don't even give him screen time. But yeah, that actually is kind of crazy. I personally fuck with Kabuto, especially Sage Kabuto. So I personally think this is a good point. But I know some of you guys would just argue, the people that think pain arc is the ending of Naruto, the second he goes up in the air and celebrates, end the series. I guess some of you would argue that, okay, I don't give a fuck about Kabuto though, but I don't know. Just Orochimaru Part 2 just being deleted out of the series is kind of crazy.
Planted Orochimaru's cells and was scaly and all that, and everyone was like, oh, what's up with that? What's gonna happen? We also saw during the pain arc that a squad of ninjas from the Leaf Village was actively looking for Kabuto, so that's something important as well. If the series ended after the pain arc, everyone's gonna be like,
Look at
okay,
Naruto
but
trying to
what was
box.
going on with Kabuto there? You didn't really explain or anything. I guess there was a setup that never got a conclusion. I agree with the people when they say that the pain arc is a very climactic arc that feels like the end of something, but in my
it's the
mind,
end
it
of
symbolizes
certain character
the
arcs, sure.
end of the second act of the series. It goes like this. Part 1 of the manga
Thank
is
you.
Act 1 and the whole story. Then Shippuden from Chapter 1 up until the end of the pain arc is Act 2, the middle of the story. And then Act 3 is the war arc. And I think that makes
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, that's fair. That's not the worst telling. You could maybe argue a bit more acts in between there, but if you had to break it down in 3 acts, that's probably where you go. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Chad, he's kind of cooking. I ain't gonna lie, and I know we like hard disagree with him one video. Again, I don't hate these niggas. I don't e-beef. If you say something right, you say something right. You say something wrong, you say something wrong. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna agree or disagree with you guys say. He not really wrong. I ain't gonna lie.
perfect sense because there were so many threads open after the pain arc. Ending the story there would be very dissatisfying. Yes, not everything in the war arc was great. The arc, up until when Madara shows up, was pretty lackluster, and the way it ended with Kaguya was
Lackluster. Look, war arc stands. You think it's overhated? Go for it. I do not care. The beginning of the war arc, the part of the war arc where it was just some random Akatsuki member versus some random trio. The samurai duel. I don't even know these characters. I damn well don't care about you rushing the backstory. Then that's another thing. The flashbacks, some of them felt like fucking filler, even though they were canon as shit. And then some obviously were just straight up. It's just so many rematches, so many matchups that I do not care about. Nevertheless, were they just not good, especially when considering what reanimation is. It was always under the caveat that you gotta seal them, so all the fights weren't even the same. It was like a new niche of fighting that you just had to accept, and if you didn't like it, you didn't like a fucking thing until Madara shows up. Y'all cannot convince me some of the worst episodes in Naruto's history aren't in the war arc. You are a liar at that point.
by far the worst thing to happen in the series.
And obviously
Except for
Kaguya.
Burrito.
But there were so many great moments in the war arc that we would have never gotten if Naruto ended after the pain arc, and
Very
I
true.
prefer having those moments than ending the series before them. For instance, everything
Yeah, fuck
Madara
Madara.
does happens after the pain arc, and Madara's my
Fuck
favorite
Madara.
character. And I know a lot of people love Madara, even if he
End the pain arc. Why? End the pain arc because fuck Madara. I ain't gonna lie. Now that's a sentence. If we talked about Naruto being the Hokage. We talked about Sasuke not having his character be finished, all that shit. We talked about all the plot shit. You know what? Let's get some hype beast in there. Fuck. Let's end after the pain arc because Madara doesn't matter. Oh, that's a take.
he's not your favorite character, most people like him, at least most people who have some common sense. Not Boruto fans, because Boruto fans somehow, for whatever reason, hate Madara. But anyway, also we get Naruto befriending Kurama, and that scene when he used the Kurama...
He just always hates the Nine Tails. Holy shit. No, that's the like button right there. Someone said blink twice you like the video. Hey, man, I'm blinking 3 times. That's actually I forgot about this. Yeah, just fuck Kurama. Fuck him. We denounce him. We don't care about him. Fuck them. I mean, it's not about saying Naruto's perfect. I just talked about how the war arc is not perfect. I am not one of these people that think everything should stay as is because everything is perfect. There's obviously plot holes. There's obviously things that could have been executed better. I will always call these things out. But my God, I forgot about Kurama. Just fuck the Nine Tails. Oh, man.
Avatar for the first time fighting 5 Bijus at the same time.
That
is
is
also
a take,
great.
bro.
Itachi and Sasuke meeting again, and
And I'm gonna just say again, probably the last time, but for those of you that are like, no, I'm saying add this, that. You see how much you're adding after the fucking pain arc? That doesn't really merit you saying end after the pain arc, but then add about 10 extra plot devices after the pain arc. Because this is what some people are gonna do. I already know what this comment section is gonna be. I don't think that it should have ended directly after the pain arc, but I do think it should have ended after Sasuke pulls up and then Naruto befriends Kurama and then Obito pulls up with him and then Madara's resurrected. Like, what? So you just want the war arc in Konoha? Like, what the dog, that is not at that point what you said is no longer what you said, bro. You're just making up a new ending. My God.
I'll Always Love You scene is amazing as well. And
No
there are so
Itachi.
many
By the way,
great
no
things.
Itachi.
Guy
Fuck
versus
Itachi.
Madara. Yeah, everything with Madara.
Fuck resurrected Itachi. He's dead. There's irony. Let him be sad with it. That's probably the only thing that, I guess I could get with that, but no.
Is great except for his death. Naruto versus Sasuke is a pretty good fight as well, even though it was kind of underwhelming after Kaguya happened. There's so many good things about Naruto after the pain arc. And yes, of course, the war arc could have been done better. I mean, you can argue everything in this world could have been better written. And if you're interested in seeing another take on the war arc, definitely go check out my
Wplug.
series where I'm rewriting the entire Naruto series, and eventually I'm going to get to the war arc. Link in the description.
Wplug.
But the war arc was good in many regards, and not having that arc would leave the series completely empty, with a sense of utter incompletion that would have likely been very, very disappointing. Subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video, and
He made all the points that are necessary. Implying that Naruto should have ended earlier means everything after is unnecessary. That's objectively incorrect. A literal character that at the time we think is arguably the strongest ever tells us, yeah, the main threat, the guy with the mask, you don't want to see that. All right, Sasuke kills Itachi. Irony in the death is Itachi was a good guy. You could have the series end that way, sure, I hear you, but I would raise you him actually learning the truth and wanting to box. So there's that. Kakashi, Kabuto, Guy, there's several side characters. Just fuck them actually getting their actualization moments in the series or whatever. You have things like Madara just not happening. You have things like the Ten Tails just not happening. You have things like, oh my God, did Naruto die? Just not happening. Naruto becoming friends with Kurama, just not happening. It's several things that I'm like, yo, you are hitting the skip button. In fact, you're not even hitting the skip button. You're hitting the cut button? You're crazy. But let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know if your whole thing is, well, when I say that, I am making a fanfic. But I just want you to know, at that point, your take isn't Naruto should not have ended after the pain arc. If at that point you're adding about 20 extra fights, 30 extra plot points, and tying up every loose end that was fucking ended in a different arc, you're not saying it should have ended after the pain arc. You're just writing your own anime. But let me know your thoughts. Take care. Stay blessed, man. Y'all gotta stop telling these authors that their stories are relevant, though. My God.